So quickly, this is Science with Kim. And today we are making a sprout house. So a sprout house is pretty much, we're gonna use some sponges, which I have all cut up already. If you're doing it along with me, you can go ahead while I'm talking a little bit and cut up your sponges into some rectangles. I cut up, I think, 3 sponges into rectangles, and then I used one of my other sponges and cut it into a tiny rectangle and a triangle. And then you'll need one big one. So those are all my sponges. But we're gonna build a house together with our sponges, and then we're gonna use something called chia seeds I'm using. I remember I put, I believe, wheat berry seeds and alfalfa seeds. Yeah, I believe on what you can use also, but I'm gonna use some chia seeds, which are these little black seeds right here. You'll need those, and we're gonna put the chia seeds onto our sprout house, and then you're gonna wait a few days and watch it grow, and you're gonna see how cool it looks. After about 4 days, I believe, is when it starts really looking cool. So the first thing that you have to do with your sponges after you've cut them is you're gonna, wanna make sure that you have enough. You need a couple. And you're gonna take your big sponge and you're gonna wet it. I have a little bowl down here with some water in it. No, because that's me, yeah. And then you also need a plate, and you'll need a spoon for later on with your seeds. And toothpicks. They're very hard to grab. Oops, someone else is coming on. Okay. All right. So you're gonna start with your big sponge, and you're gonna get it nice and wet in your bowl of water, and then you're gonna squeeze it out. I'm gonna move the camera down just a little bit so I can see. Yeah. There we go. Okay. It's all right if I'm a little cut off.
Is that good?
Yeah. Okay, guys. You're gonna take your sponge and you're gonna put it on your plate. That's your base right there. And now you can just build your house. You can make it however you want. I'm gonna, oh, here, oh, hands are wet. Yeah, just people popping on. All right. Okay. So now I'm gonna take my 2 of my rectangles and I'm gonna put them where I want them, right there. And you're gonna use your toothpicks and you're gonna stick them down into it. You can kind of do it however you want so that it'll work. I'm doing it like that because there's gonna be another piece that goes next to it too, but if you want, you can stick them through the bottom. They're a little tricky, so you might have to get a little bit of help, but you can push them in, and once they're in, you wanna leave a little bit out so that it will stick into the base, and you're just gonna poke through. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And then I broke one.
Another one.
No. So poke, poke, poke. That's fine. All right, I'm just gonna poke one more through those 2 to hold them better. A little tricky to poke through.
Could the kids do?
Okay, well, once your middle is all set, then you can go ahead and do your 2 sides, and I'm gonna use 2 different colors for this one. And I'm gonna, again, wet the sponges. The pink ones were already wet. Okay, and you're gonna, again, use those toothpicks that you poke through, and you're gonna just poke them onto the sides. It's okay if it's a little not straight, that's fine. You like slip, my hands are wet, so they're slipping.
Want to do it?
Yeah, my hands are slippery. Might be a little tricky, you might need to use
an extra
some help.
Helping friend. We know what that is.
I do it like one at a time, that's why.
Yeah.
That's right, I'll do it one at a time.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke from the bottom. What?
Strong.
These are tough sponges, yeah, but they go through. You just gotta get it in the right spot. Okay, got that one.
Okay. There we go. How are you guys doing? This is hard work here.
Gotta put everything, oh, it fell.
Just do 2.
Oh, that one fell again.
There you go.
No, very good.
There you go. I
And
put
stick
that
through.
one.
It'll stick
Do
through
it
the
like
end.
that?
No, yeah, do it. Yeah. Yeah, do this.
All right. Yeah, they're breaking. Let me get you another one.
Do you have another toothpick?
Yep. See, they're always problem
We got
solving.
we got to work
Now
through.
let's
Yeah.
see. We're gonna try a thinner tooth. See, that's part of science. You
This
find
might
a
work better,
thinner toothpick.
My toothpicks were a little bit too big.
See if that works.
I
toothpick is
can't get
fine.
them through this, but you can. I can't. I'm just slippery.
Okay, that's good.
That one's fine.
There you go. Have like a little stairway. Just do two.
I got it. There we go.
All right,
There
there
we
you go,
go.
Miss. You got it, Kim. Look,
This is
show
a
everybody how cool
it's
that
working.
is.
It's working.
You got it. Using the thinner ones.
Yeah. Hands are just really slippery. There we go. Gotta kind of like, you gotta work with it.
Yeah. There it is.
The
Oh,
learning
now
process.
it's
There
getting
we go.
really cool.
I just wanted to make sure that it stays all together, so I'm gonna put one big one through. Okay, last wall.
Okay.
Gets easier as you're doing it.
Mhm.
Okay, and once your house is all together, you're then gonna put your roofs on, and you can do this. There's two ways that you can do this. You can use the toothpicks or you can use hot glue. Obviously that has to get done by an adult. I'll wet my sponges again, one more. The wetter they are, also the easier the toothpicks go through. So it causes the holes to open up a little more. Okay. Dripping all over. Thanks. All right. Those roofs on. Okay, and then you can put the little rectangle right in the middle there so that it stays really well. And then you can put one final toothpick in. You gotta find the sweet spot. Yeah, find the opening. Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all together.
Good job.
Okay, it's probably easier to stack them up in a fun way, but I wanted to make a big house. Okay, and I put that off to the side for a minute, and you're gonna take your bowl of water. You don't need too much water. It depends on the seeds that you're using. For the chia seeds, you don't want too much. I have about probably like a quarter of a bowl. Yeah, it's like not that filled.
No.
So, and then you're gonna take, again, depending on your seeds, I'm using the chia seeds, you have to do 2 scoops into the water. Start with 2 scoops, and you're gonna stir it around. And now, the seeds that I'm using, the chia seeds, they get a little bit sticky when they're mixed with water. To see how much. I'm gonna add some more. See, that was 4, but 5 scoops. And mix and mix. Looks a little yucky right now, but it'll be super cool when it grows. All right, and they kind of have to sit for a minute. Absorb the water. All right, they're getting a little sticky. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're going to take your seeds and you're gonna spread them onto your house. The best way that you can, whichever way. Too much water. Okay, and I'm just gonna pour them on. And you're gonna spread them. You can use your finger, it might be easier to kind of push it onto the sponge. You wanna push them into the sponge a little bit. You can put them on the bottom sponge too. It's gonna get a little messy, your hands, that's okay.
How does that feel, Kim?
Feels slimy. The chia seeds, when they're wet, they get a little slippery and slimy. So I'm curious how the other seeds will feel.
Mm-hmm.
We're using the other seeds. Let me know. Yeah. All right, and once you have a good amount squished into your sponge, you can put it however much. Oh, pop someone in. You can put it all over the top, however much or however little. It's up to you. I'm gonna put a good amount on there. So we'll get a little more on the green side. I think the green side needs a little more. Feels so slimy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and once you're covered good, then you get to wait about 4 days, like I said. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you're gonna watch them grow. And I want you guys to make sure that you are watching it every day because it's gonna grow really big. And every day, if you have a spray bottle, you can go ahead and spray it every day. Or if you don't, that's okay. The sponges are pretty wet, so it should work really well too. So that's it, yeah. So you get to watch it grow, and I can't wait for you guys to see what happens. It's super cool. And I want, maybe you guys can take some pictures and send them over to me if you can. I know Charlie has my information and everything. I would love to see how everyone's turns out. So yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you for coming to the science. Next we have Cooking with Ro. And next week I'm doing a solar oven, and we're gonna get to make some marshmallows and s'mores if you would like. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye,
See you soon.